Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate S&S. So we're going to do a little tour, kind of show you what we've got going on around here. Alright, so I put these plants out a few days ago and started putting some quail manure on them. As you can see, we're getting quite a bit of new growth already. We put the compost tea on it yesterday and the plants have pretty much doubled in size down through here. So these are going to be our squash and cucumber plants. Have this trellis hung up. This way they have a place to climb. Rather than having your stuff laying on the ground, it's going to make it easier to get sun. We have our tomato plants starting over here. These are the ones that started inside. They received some quail manure this morning, so we're going to see how well they work. As far as our rows, they have not started sprouting yet, so here's kind of what I'm working with. It's not a very large area. It's about a 15 by 20. But this first row, we're going to be having our lettuce and radishes and things like that going, some bell peppers. The second row, we're really focusing more on tomato plants and then a few of the table squash plants. It's a round gourd looking type of a plant. And then down through here, we're going to have some more radishes and turnips. Then we have a row for our corn. And again, the one we have over here just going to be cucumbers and squash. These other rows, my brother's going to be doing him a garden over here. I'm not sure what all he's got planned for that. Down on the end over here, I only planted a couple of watermelon seeds. I do like melon on occasion. I'm not real big on it, so that's going to grow out this way across the yard. We're going to peek in on our quail, see how they're doing. Looks like they're started laying already today. We've got one quail that always lays a white egg. Not quite sure why it's white. Let's see if we can get down in here. There we go. So this is our first bay. This is our major layers. These will be turned into meat birds toward the end of the season. Down on this other bay, these are our new layers. We've got some roosters and stuff in there as well. They're starting to lay out, and we're going to have a lot of these birds to become our main layers and be working our new chicks into this later on out of the grow out pens. So now we're going to be walking out to back check on our chickens and stuff. With our quail, one of the things I've noticed with those guys is I typically give them calcium supplements in the form of crushed oyster shell. You can feed them crushed eggshell, things like that. I typically wash them very good and try to bring them up to temperature just so that there's no bacteria and stuff on that as well. But they seem to be laying out pretty good. They grow fast. It's not real cold today. It's a little chillier than I would like. It's about 65. So I've been kind of checking on the chickens because they are only about 6.5 weeks old now. And I don't want them to get too cold out here. But they seem like they're doing very well. We had some real nice weather when they first come out. We're getting back into the 70s tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about it. So I just periodically check on these guys throughout the day. I need to come out and trim some of these zip ties where I've laced several pieces of fencing together, but I get around to that later. It's not too important. It is on the outside of the cage. But everyone seems like they're doing good. They're coming out, playing around. They've been digging around, getting grubs and different types of bugs and stuff. I don't really look too close at the bugs. I have thrown some black soldier fly out here for them today, and they pretty much gobbled all that up real quick. So we're just kind of like showing you what we've got going on around here. And then that brings us back into our brooder room where we have some quail in here right now. We don't have a lot of quail in. Most of the quail have moved out. So this was kind of a partial hatch. I was using a smaller incubator on, and out of 12 eggs, I had about, I think it was about 7 or 8 that actually hatched. So they seem to be doing okay in there. I have my larger incubators filled back up now, and they should start coming off here in about another week and a half, 2 weeks, somewhere in that. I have to check the date on that. But for those that are looking at wanting to incubate quail, the easiest way that I've found to get a good hatch rate with that is to do what they call a dry hatch. Do not add water to the reservoir tank for the first 15 days. And then on day 15, toward the end of the evening, you want to bring your humidity up to about 70%. I keep mine at 100 degrees Fahrenheit instead of 99.5, and I don't typically get the curled toes and different types of weird things that can happen with your hatch rate as well. So, but that's basically kind of what I've got going on around here today. It's kind of overcast, so I was really hoping to have some more sunny days here, back to back. Really watch the crops take off, but I'm going to try to do periodic reviews throughout the week just to kind of show what the garden's doing and how the chickens are growing and stuff like that. And I know a lot of videos I put up would just be like the chickens out playing in the yard or whatever and things like that as well. I enjoy those types of videos. There seems to be several people on here that enjoy that as well. But if you have questions about other content or a little more in depth on some things, feel free to comment. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have quite a bit of new stuff coming up. So one of the things that we are planning is, as soon as tax season comes in, and be going out buying the gear. We're going to put in a sandpoint well in the back and show you how to do that. If you live down here in Florida, it's not hard to find water down into the ground. You don't have to put it in too awfully deep either to get decent water that you can use for watering your crops or your birds and things like that, whatever kind of livestock you had, rather than spending anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to have somebody else do it. You can get the permit yourself and put it in. So we're going to show you how to do all that stuff here in the future on this channel. So hope everyone's having a great day. Looks like weekend's coming up. It is now Friday, so we'll talk to everybody later.